hello.
Oh, hi.
Welcome to Box Office Showdown. You caught me mid-sip.
And you caught me mid-diss. What? Because they call mid-diss.
No,
like
your weekend.
What? Like mid-diss? Okay, I'm done. Welcome to Box Office Showdown! Where me and Justin haven't gotten to any real big showdowns yet, but it's coming.
It's coming.
Because the summer season's coming. And we are going to be revamping the show in the near future to have more debates with you fun people. And we just want to thank everybody for tuning in last week.
Yes.
We had so much fun for the first annual hashtag awards.
I had such a blast.
Yes.
It was great seeing everybody. It was great seeing everyone spruced up and looking good. And it was a half hour.
It was a half hour. Like, we so fast.
We packed in so much in that episode. So thank you again for everyone watching. And we did
it for you. You guys don't know how hard it is to get everyone in the same room. It probably happens once every quarter, but they wanted to come out here because it was something fun, and they wanted to do this for you. And we hope to have more content like that in the near future.
Absolutely.
But for tonight, we are talking post-Oscars. The Oscars was last Sunday, the Hollywood Oscars per se, and it was hostless this year.
Did you miss a host?
I did not miss a host.
Same.
Mainly for the in-between skits that they do. That seem to be lame. The monologues are hit or miss.
Right.
More hit for me than miss. So I did miss that a little bit.
Sure.
Having a comedic monologue to kick off things. But as I'll mention in my top favorite moments, I didn't miss that for long.
No. Honestly, about like halfway through the show, I'm like, we didn't need a host.
Yeah. No, exactly.
We were totally fine.
And nobody missed it. Everybody on Twitter was like, let's do this, and I hope all the other award ceremonies takes note. Which I don't agree with that for something like the Golden Globes.
Yeah.
I think that needs a host.
That needs a moderator.
Yes, especially because everyone's drinking, and sometimes it gets a little bit crazy. So sometimes you need like a host to come in there and be like like you said, moderate things a little bit. But we're also talking about what's releasing this week in cinemas.
That's a phenomenal question.
Who's gonna win?
I have no idea what's coming out this week.
Well, the two films coming out this weekend will be Madea Family Funeral.
Hey!
Hey!
Interesting. Didn't you go out?
I did something for that.
To New York
I did.
to check something out about that?
I literally went on a 40-hour New York trip, and I'm in LA, to go interview Tyler Perry for the release of his final Madea film, A Madea Family Funeral. And everyone asked me, does Madea die? Does Madea die? And, I'm not going to spoil it, but just, read the title a little bit more. Just read it slowly and digest it. But I did do an interview with Screen Rant, and let's roll the beautiful bean footage.
The Boo press junket, and we talked about this movie, and you said that you had not written Medea's swan song yet. So did you not want to confirm it then, or was there a moment where you're like, this is it?
No, it was after this. I go, okay, I'm gonna do this farewell tour, and this is it. It's been fun. It's been a great run. But this is it. Yeah.
So what's next for you? Are you gonna do a master class, or we do have a lot of Ninja Turtle fans who would like to see you reprise your role as Baxter. So.
Who knows? Who knows? I'm gonna really focus on right now. It's about legacy, holding the door open, and fatherhood. So that's where my focus is in these next 50 years. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're kind of just gonna calm it down a little bit, go more on the business side, or you feel like no, I'm too creative. I'm not gonna be able to.
I'll be really, really creative, but I'll be a lot behind the scenes because this new Viacom deal is gonna require a lot of time and energy for the BET deal.
Very nice. And can you go into that a little bit more, or is that on the wraps?
No. It's all done. I start.
Pardon me, wishes I was here for that.
And we are back. I have to be honest, it's not one of my favorite interviews that I've done. I've been a little bit, off my game?
Rusty?
I guess with a little rusty.
Little rusty?
Little rusty.
You threw in a Ninja Turtles question at Tyler Perry, which I appreciated.
I did, I know. I was going to ask him about Ninja Turtles. But it was a crazy day, and you could tell that he was just ready to move on from talking about the character. So it was a little bit quicker than normal, but Tyler Perry is a lovely guy to speak to. I did enjoy when I interviewed him for Boo 2 a couple years back. So, guys, I would say support Tyler Perry. I'm not a huge fan of his films, but I do respect his business game.
Oh, absolutely.
He actually just opened his own studios. It's like a 334-acre studios in Atlanta. And he's probably the first ever independent person to have his own studios, and especially one that's still living.
That's awesome. That's incredible.
Yeah, that is incredible.
I may have a disconnect with his movies.
Yeah, I'm not the demographic for his movies. No, yes, for
absolutely.
sure.
But I want to hear his story of how he came to be and where he's at now. Only inspirational. So I have nothing but bad respect for Tyler Perry. So.
And he definitely does a lot for people of color.
Yes.
And I'm really excited to see where he goes in the future. And so that was that. So
Nice.
A Medea Family Funeral has been released, and also the independent Chloe Grace Moretz feature Greta is coming out. That's more of a thriller film there. Comedy or thriller? Which one do you want to see? Which one do you think is going to take the box office this weekend?
I would be lying if I said one of those two.
I mean, you say that, but these Medea films make a lot of money.
I will. You know what? I stand corrected. That is, I say that every time a Medea or a Tyler Perry produced film comes out, and then every time it does, and it's always, I have to always remind myself, I may not be the audience, like you said,
right?
Not the demographic, but you know what? Someone really loves those movies, and they have seen all of them. And hey, you know what? It might very well be, especially if it's the promise of this is the last.
Yeah.
It's a hard one to beat.
Yeah, and I think this is the 10th or 11th Medea film. So in total, the Medea franchise has made about $450 million. $450 million.
So much Medea.
That is a lot for a one-off character that began as a stage play in Atlanta. Is a very niche character. So. I think Medea will take the weekend just because I don't think Greta is being re-released in a lot of theaters.
Right.
And
it's kind of a quiet release. No one's really talking about it.
It is. I mean, I still have to see Fighting with My Family. I want to see Greta, and I want to see Happy Death Day 2. I still have to see that.
I still have to see the first Happy Death Day.
Really?
I have to catch up on that. I hear nothing but really good things about both of those.
It was pretty cool. I don't think it warranted a sequel. And actually, it didn't do well at all. Yeah. And Jason Blumhouse actually came on Twitter and was just like, guys, I'm happy with the film. Yes, it was a disappointment, and not all of them could be winners. Or he really came out with a big statement about it, which is very rare for a studio head to do. Usually, they're just like they cut their losses and go. But he's very, connected to Twitter and to his fans. So it's not the hit that they wanted, but they could not use a loss, but they can spare it.
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah, they're okay.
What else we got going on that's been released or kind of like struggling or keeping on tight in the top 10?
How to Train Your Dragon 2 has a lot of good reviews. Again, the word of mouth hasn't caught on fire. I think that's also the last film in that franchise, supposedly. And like you said, a quiet month, but March is coming out, and it is stacked with a lot of great releases, including Captain Marvel next week, Jordan Peele's anticipated feature follow-up called Us. I'm so excited for that, and many others that I can't really think off the top of my head. But March is going to be a great month for the movies as well.
I agree. Okay.
So let's move on to the main events. Ding, 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 ding. Best and worst of the Oscars. So me and Justin are going to compare notes here, talk with you guys in the chat. So please interact here. Let us know what you think.
Don't forget to super chat us so we can read your comments right away.
Yes, we will address your comments right away. We have our top 3 best moments, our top 3 worst moments, and our best dress and our worst dress, our worst best dress. So Justin, I'm going to let you go first with your top 3
We have a super
moments.
chat.
Oh, shit, my computer just died. I am so sorry, guys. You don't have your phone?
And my phone isn't showing.
Red Blue Blur says, have you seen the new trailer for MA and US? MA and U.
No, Us and what's MA? Ma?
Sorry.
Massachusetts? Clarify
What?
MA.
Yeah, what is MA?
I did not see the new trailer for Us because if I see a teaser trailer, I really like it. I don't feel the need to watch follow-up. Same thing goes for Infinity War. I don't need to see any more trailers because they tend to, spoil more of the story, more of the content. And if you guys had just seen the Dark Phoenix trailer, I mean, if you saw the first trailer and you didn't see the second trailer, they spoiled a major character death there. So that's just an example.
Yeah.
But what is MA? Please clarify.
Yeah, I'm not
that.
sure. The trailer for MA, Ma and Us?
Did you see the new trailer for Us?
I did not see the new trailer for Us.
Which I think premiered during the Super Bowl, just before the game.
I think I've decided I'm just gonna... The first trailer was perfect.
Yeah.
I don't need more. I'm good to go. What do we got?
Okay, so MA is Ma. Octavia
Oh,
Spencer.
I've heard about it. I did not see the trailer yet.
I did not know. I didn't know that. So I will watch it though.
Okay, I'll check it out.
You're talking about Octavia Spencer hasn't started anything in a while. Mm-hmm. So I'm interested to see that. But let's move on to our top 3 moments for the Oscars. Justin, I want you to go first with your 1, 2, and 3 top moments for the Oscars.
One of the, I will say the nice, surprising moment for me. It's more of like a, hey, you know what? I never thought I was going to use the words adorable.
Especially when it comes to grown folks, yeah.
But the moment when Spike Lee won for Best Screenplay, along with his other co-writers for Black Klansman, and he just jumped into the arms of Sam Jackson. I'm like, that is adorable. Look how hyped those two are, and they should be.
Look how tall Sam Jackson.
Look how, and a reminder that, oh yeah, Spike is little.
Oh my god.
That was a great moment. I'm just sitting there and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah. But when you saw that moment, did you think, oh, I don't think Spike's gonna get the best director?
I was really worried about that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. It's also one of those things where Spike did his speech here, right? Mm-hmm. I think he knew.
Yeah.
More or less. Somehow he kind of figured, I'm gonna do it now.
Yeah.
Because in case I don't get the director one.
Right.
And this is the thing. This is the thing with Spike Lee always getting nominated. I always worry that the Oscars never want to give him a win because of Spike's speeches.
Also, he did get the honorary Oscar
a
couple years back.
That's true. So I think there's a period where I feel, me and my brother used to talk about that a lot, where we're like, he's probably not going to win because they're just so afraid of him talking if you give him the spotlight.
I literally was like, this is his moment to go up there and be like, fuck the Oscar.
Yeah.
Fuck the Academy.
And he did, I wouldn't say he did that, but he did know this was his moment to go, I got stuff I want to bring up. Mm-hmm. And I thought his speech was great, and I love that he ended with, just make sure you do the right thing. You knew I had to say that. And I'm like, I'm just insanely happy for that win. And yeah, Spike Lee jumping in Sam Jackson's arms. Never thought I'd see that.
That was great. It's always great to see a longtime friendship be displayed out.
Absolutely. How about you?
No, you gotta say all 3.
Oh, I gotta do all 3 right now?
Yeah.
All right,
just
all
your
right.
top moments.
I will. Okay. Next up, you know what? It's an everyone answer. I'm not gonna lie. I'm thinking everyone's saying the same thing. But man, did they really pull out all the stops for that Shallow performance?
Oh, I thought Lady Gaga got pregnant during that Shallow performance. Like, damn, girl.
Like,
they did not care that his baby mama was sitting front row looking at that.
No, they did not. And it's like any other performance that happened that night, I don't think anyone gave nearly the amount of thought that they did for the Shallow performance.
I felt kind of dirty watching it.
It was cool though, and how dirty it was. But also it was cool like seeing them like get on stage from the front. I'm like,
that was great. That was badass. I was like,
love it.
We're gonna come from our seats, y'all.
And it's a oneer.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I know. Like, not only did like we were all like wondering, are they gonna get pregnant on stage? I felt a little pregnant after watching it. So no.
They looked at each other. I was like, somebody's gonna mac on somebody right now. Oh my, what is with the intimacy? And obviously, she went on like a talk show the night after, and she's like, haha, we fooled you. I was like, but why? Why do you need to do that? There's something to that.
Keep dangling.
I'm so sorry. She probably pitched that as a, hey, we're gonna tease the audience, but you know she wanted that. You know he wanted that because the chemistry is fire.
Oh man, what'd you think of the performance itself?
I like the performance, but I did see the performance what they did at her Las Vegas show that one
did
time.
hear
That video.
about that, yeah.
I liked that one better.
Oh really?
Just because it wasn't so rehearsed. Not that this like kind of read it to rehearse, but it was like a formal affair, whatever.
Right.
That one, she just called his ass on stage. His little drunk ass on stage. Was like, come on, Bradley, do this with me. And the fact that he can still. He can do a live show. Boy, he can sing live, and it's not like I don't think that he's been practicing his singing voice because he learned to sing from Lady Gaga. Apparently, are building the foundation of singing because you just can't do that out of nowhere. I did. That was one of the highlights for sure that I had. I was just like, I feel so dirty because I think there's some underlying stuff. You know, she broke up with her fiance 2 weeks ago. And it's just like, look at that. Look at that. She's looking at him. Come on. Like, get out of here. I don't really ship real life couples, but I'm shipping the Bradley Cooper Gaga, and I feel dirty for that because he has a child and a longtime girlfriend.
Oh
my gosh. But you guys should see A Star Is Born. I liked it. It's the remake for our generation. There were 3 other remakes, or
Right.
2 other remakes in the original film. That was a good moment. What's your next one?
And my last one is honestly. Olivia Colman's acceptance speech.
Oh my god!
It's anytime you want to get cynical about the Academy Awards and like, oh, it's all blah blah blah. Then you see her genuine. I can't believe this happened, and then you're reminded of, oh, there is something to this.
And I would say our only shocker of the night, but that's a lie. Maybe we'll get into that a little bit more later.
Sure.
And I'll jump into this one because it's also one of my best moments, so we can skip that when it comes to my part.
Yeah.
But that was shocking because all awards season, she won for she won the Golden Globe for this.
Yes.
She won the Golden Globe for this, but all awards season, it was supposed to be for Glenn Close.
Mm-hmm.
This is Glenn Close's career Oscar. The woman is 72.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, we're gonna give her this. We don't know when she's gonna be nominated for an Oscar again. And when they read, and I was like, when I had my screening, I was like, Olivia Colman's going to be the dark horse. And then they called her name, and I was so excited for her because I have been watching her for a very long time.
Same.
And I think she deserved the win for The Favorite. That was a really, really good movie.
Yeah. Right here, this is my first exposure to Olivia Colman.
Yes, Hot Fuzz.
And I'm like,
mine too.
Hot Fuzz to The Favorite. Mm-hmm. And I'm a Doctor Who guy, so I also noticed she was in like a really quick episode in Matt Smith's first episode of Doctor Who. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, and this is the thing, she kills in everything I've seen her in.
Yeah.
And so that to see her on stage to get that Oscar is like, she's like one of those really great, like, you deliver actresses, and
Yeah.
she definitely deserved it. So,
But also, like, comedic actresses like that, and comedians in general, you know, they have that on-screen persona, but it usually doesn't translate to real life because, you know, there's something dark underlying in there, and there's a way to deal with whatever they're dealing with. But she comes across as, like, really genuine and happy, and she was, like, super shocked and heartfelt with this speech, and it was, you know, I don't like to use this with grown women, but it was very adorable.
it was.
I love her outfit, and she was funny. She was the best speech, one of the best speeches of the night, because I liked Regina King's as well.
Oh, that was great too.
But the fact that she didn't have anything prepared and she was genuinely shocked, as was I, was pretty great.
And you're funny. It's like you bring up like generally when comedians do get an Oscar, it's mostly for being in something dramatic, right?
Yes.
The Favorite's a black comedy.
It is a black comedy.
And so the fact that she got it for what is essentially a comedic role, a dark comedic role, that's still impressive. And I'm really, just super glad she got it.
Yeah.
And that speech.
I wasn't mad at that.
No.
Same thing with the Best Actor with Rami Malek. I wasn't going to be mad at that either.
No.
And, you know, that happened. So all 3 great moments, Justin. So I'll jump to my other 2 because, again, Olivia Colman's win was one of my favorites. The other one had to be Regina King's win for If Beale Street Can Talk.
Yeah.
This woman, she's like 47, like crazy. She looked so good.
Yeah.
Another one who was just really, really appreciative of the win, and it was well deserved, long overdue. And you could tell that everybody in that room was really excited for her.
Oh,
I think she got like half a standing O. The dress she was in was magnificent.
Yeah.
And she was just like, I don't know. I just loved it. It was a great speech.
She's like another like really great underrated actor that everyone's like, oh, of course, Regina King.
Yeah.
And then like she gets it right, duh.
Right.
Regina King, you give it to her, and so that's so cool that she got it for sure.
Because she's been racking up some Emmys over the past couple of years for some network shows. So this has been her decade for sure.
Yeah, and I'm sure like the people who are working with her now on the Watchmen show on HBO now realize like,
I forgot she was gonna be on that.
Like, oh crap, our lead is now also an Academy Award-winning actor. That's rad.
Can't wait for that show. And then my last top moment had to be the opening presentation from Amy Poehler,
Yes!
Maya Rudolph, and Tina Fey. They just love teasing the fact that they know that they're badass presenters. They know they're always going to knock it out of the park. And yet we can't have them the whole time. They do this in the Golden Globes now.
Yeah.
Now they're teasing us at the Oscars. And everyone's just like, why don't they host? They don't want to host the damn Oscars. Nobody wants to host the Oscars. They're definitely not going to do it.
No.
That is so much thankless work. So I think they're best fit for the Golden Globes, but they're not going to do that anymore. It was just a really good introduction, pseudo hosting monologue.
And kind of acknowledging, like, hey, we know. It's a bit of an awkward year.
Yeah, look at this trio. Like, I need another film. I need a film with the three of them. Especially Maya Rudolph. She's always kind of like the underdog that nobody really notices, but she got her moment. She got her moment in the spotlight. And then, wait, was this my top moment? Oh, okay. I had like my bonus what the fuck moment here. This is kind of like my top moment.
Okay.
Guys. You have to stop asking people of color to perform for you.
I'm gonna
stop touching people's hair without permission. This falls into that kind of a category. So on the red carpet, Ashley Graham, the famous plus size model, she asked Jason Momoa to do the haka, which he performed at the Aquaman red carpet.
Yep.
To perform the haka on the Oscars red carpet. And Jason Momoa was with his wife, Lisa Bonet. That did not go down well for her. She's like, do it, do it. Lisa Bonet's just like, no, we're not doing this here. No. And there's like so much shade given. I love Lisa Bonet so much, and her daughter. And she's just like, no, I'm sorry, because she does not play.
I didn't know about this until today. And it's so awkward.
And she keeps going. Like, she doesn't even end it. She's like, come on, just do a little something. And he just, like, doesn't know what to do. And he does look at Lisa.
Yeah.
Just like, help me out here. I don't know.
And he's being nice about it as best as he can. He's like, well.
Yeah, so he kind of plays along for a little bit. But it's
Yeah.
obvious he's uncomfortable. Look at the body language. He's just closing himself off. And he's not usually the typical type of person to do that.
No.
He doesn't want to do that. And it's just like, not an appropriate time.
No, it's not. It's really not. Don't ask people that, please.
Don't ask people to do that, everyone. No. So that was just like a moment I watched over and over again for a very, very long time.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see. Matthew Thomas says The Watchmen is going to be great. When is that supposed to come out? This year?
I'm not even 100%. It definitely will be this year. Okay. I'm not even 100% sure when it's coming out.
All right. What's your top worst moments? Your top 3 worst moments?
Honestly, I started only writing the one. Then I looked what you wrote and went, oh yeah, those would be. I'd probably.
No, I only went different from you though. I didn't want us to do the same one.
I want to say for sure. Starting the show off with Queen.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be so good. You know why? Because I've been planning a trip to see this performance at a concert because it's been so highly rated. They've been touring for 6 years.
Yeah.
If this was supposed to sell me on that, it did not.
It just felt lame. It felt like kind of mildly pandering. It's like, see, we're Queen because we're gonna perform all the songs you guys know. Isn't that cool? And I just kind of sat there, and went, that's nice. I mean, good for you. I just kind of sat there. Look, everyone's like, sure.
Who does that on a Queen performance? So everyone's just like singing along. Like, you go to a bar, everyone sings along the Queen song.
Absolutely. Here, it just felt like everyone's like, oh, yeah, that's good for you. Good for you, Queen. That's great. And
Brian May still got it, though. Look at him rocking out. I'm going to give him props.
That's fair. And, the fact that he can still say, I'm going to dedicate that hair. Despite how white it is.
Keeping that freaking hair,
It's just, I don't know. I watched it and I'm like, can this be finished so I can just move on to the rest of the... I felt, for me, that was like, oh man, how rough is this night going to be? It actually ended up being the only real thing that really stuck on me is like, well, I mean, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
And like, whatever happens from here on out can't be that bad?
Little did we know it was going to be a fucking Bohemian Rhapsody themed night, but also his vocals was just, it read so Broadway to me. Like the Broadway rendition of Queen.
And that's not what I want.
That's not what we asked for.
No.
And I was giving him the benefit of doubt. I still am. Maybe it just read differently at the Oscars. Maybe he did something different. I haven't even seen any YouTube clips of his concert.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a good start.
It wasn't a good start, and I kind of was like, yeah, right, here we go.
But it was an interesting way to open up the show.
Yes.
Without the monologue, without the host. I didn't think that they were going to do that at all.
Yeah.
I thought they were just going to be like voiceover and presenting for or whatever. Welcome to the whatever.
I get why they did it, right? Mm-hmm. It's like if one of your movies is a biopic on Freddie Mercury and Queen, and Queen's around, more or less, and you need ways to fill up these hours, sure, bring him in. But it just didn't feel like, I don't know, I mean, like, I'm kind of tired of these songs. I'm kind of tired of these performances to a certain degree. And the singer just, for me, like, you nailed it. It's like, he sounds like he's kind of doing a Broadway rendition of it, and I'm just not excited about it.
Yeah, Red Blue says, Adam Lambert is not Freddie Mercury. I'm sorry, it doesn't fit. And he also says, damn, how much does Joe and Jordan Peele look alike? Wait, you don't know this?
What do I not know?
You don't know how much Joe and Jordan Peele look alike?
Can we put a hat on?
What?
Can we get a photo of Jordan Peele with a hat? I know he has a hat. Show photo.
While he does that, this has been a running gag with our group for a very long time.
That people think that Joe is Jordan Peele?
Oh, we think he definitely looks like him. But I have a story. We were at a karaoke spot, and it was after an award ceremony that Jordan Peele had been at. Yeah. And somebody came up to Joe and thought he was Jordan Peele. Ooh. They were just like, congratulations, man. Can I have a picture? And Joe was just like, he just rode with it.
All right, sure, dude.
I can't believe you don't see it.
I do now, and now I can't.
We're gonna throw that side by side. We'll work on it, but
and now I can't unsee it. So there's that.
So what's your second worst moment here?
I forgot to include this. I just kind of thought about it today, and I might as well bring it up now. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure you're gonna bring this up because I saw your list.
Okay.
Green Book is a problematic movie for me, and I can see from the way you reacted, maybe for you too, and.
Stop it with these white savior movies! This is the crash of 2019. Go ahead, continue.
I'll agree with that.
I'm not going to steal your sound bites.
I'm not, but it's just... We have John Lewis. And who was that with him?
Keke Palmer?
Yeah, was it Keke Palmer? I forgot who was with him on that one on stage. But you have John Lewis. Talk about Green Book. And I'm just sitting at home going, did you just do that? Am I actually watching this right now? Like, how did also Barbara Streisand's talking about Black Klansmen, which I'm like, okay, I guess.
Well, she specifically asked to.
I know.
I think his friend was Spike Lee.
I understand that, and in context, she makes sense. But that someone else did bring him to feel like weird, and I guess she really didn't want to talk about Star Is Born.
I don't think movies that haven't been co-signed, barring the fact that they're dead, but haven't been co-signed by the person's family, should be up for nomination for Best Picture. Don Shirley's family said this shit did not happen. This is a total fictional tale.
Yeah.
And there's a difference between trying to sell a film
as
a true story.
Oh, shit.
You see it now.
I can't unsee it now.
I can't believe you didn't see it before. Why do we need to do that? There's a difference between dramatizing a story and saying this is a dramatization of a story and trying to sell it as a true story. Also, it's bad. It is bad. And it's just tropey. It's tropey patheticness.
It's I just, and the fact that they there's John Lewis there trying to make the best out of his situation, but also like he's there to talk about this movie, Like because he's there to promote, like they're gonna show the clip reel of Green Book, and I'm just sitting there going like, I can't.
Do you have that GIF of Chadwick Boseman looking at Michael B. Jordan when Green Book was announced? He's just like, shade. That should have been the favorites versus Black Klansman. End of story. That's where the competition should have been. Sorry. Maybe even A Star Is Born, even though it is a remake of a remake of a remake, and
right.
And it was a good directorial debut. Should not have won Best Picture. It didn't, obviously, but I think that's where the competition should have been between.
I will say, because I looked at your list and it's like, there it is. Look at this.
I told you.
I'm looking at your worst, and I say, this next one, because you're going to go in more detail. Okay. But I want to say that going with Bohemian Rhapsody.
Okay.
It's such a minor thing, but even it bothered me so much. Mm-hmm. When they went through the best, and it's not the win, it's not the issue, but when they went through the nomination clips for Best Actor, and they went to Rami's, the clip they chose was him lip syncing.
And there's been a dispute or a debate about that. How much lip syncing was there?
But you're telling me
his real vocals. But yeah,
you're telling me in the rest of that movie, you couldn't have found a real performance that didn't include singing, that was Rami and completely in the character. But you picked one where we're now wondering, but I thought he didn't do this.
Yeah, and it didn't sound that good. The scene where he was telling his bandmates he had AIDS was a really good scene.
That's probably
Or the one where he was basically begging them, let's do the Live Aid concert. If we don't do this Live Aid concert, like, we're going to regret this the next day.
Either one of those would have been a better choice than him going, I thought he lip synced this scene.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I'll get into mine. And I might get some hate for this. I'm not trying to hate on the Mexican community here, but fucking Alfonso Cuarón just dominating all these Oscars for no reason. He won Best Cinematographer.
Right.
Best Foreign Film.
Yeah.
Best Director.
Yep.
And was there a fourth? I feel like there was a fourth one. Maybe
there
were only three.
No, he didn't get
screenplay.
Black
He did
Lantern,
not.
no.
Okay, those are at least the three that I can think of.
Here's the thing. I loved Roma as a film. I really did love it. But in terms of who he was nominated against, in terms of directing.
Yes.
I will make the argument, cinematography, yeah, I'll give it to him. It's a gorgeous looking movie.
It's black and white.
It's gorgeous. It's a gorgeously constructed film with great lighting. Visually.
It's black and white.
And cinematography is all about capturing light.
I'm gonna be honest. I have not seen Roma. Have you?
I have seen Roma.
So you can tell me, were there any... I haven't seen it. Could I finish over there? Can you tell me if there are any spectacular shots if something was like, wow, this looks fucking beautiful.
Yeah, the entire movie.
over something like The Favorite?
Justin, please educate her.
Come on, stop it.
That film is so beautifully constructed as a visual film that I saw it. I originally saw it at home, stopped it halfway through, and went, you know what? I'm going to see it in a theater.
Fine.
Waited, saw it in theater, was better in the theater.
Fine. Best Director, you think you should have got Best Director.
Now, hold on. Now we're going to go back. I'm hoping we're going to be on the same track here.
Okay.
Here you got 4 of these. He don't need another Best Director. So, cinematography, I 100% would give it to him. Now, Best Director, I was really pulling for Spike on that one. Mm-hmm. I really did want him to win on that one. Really, 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 really badly.
Yeah.
I'm glad he got the screenplay, but like we said.
That was like, yeah. Once he won that, I too was like, they're not going to give him Best Director. They're not going to do it now.
So, I mean, that's the one. And also just, it's that movie, Black Klansman, is just so well directed. Yeah. And getting everything right in terms of the kind of tone, the pacing, and
that ending.
And just
putting that real life footage ending made the entire film, and it was so relevant because it's so relevant today. Yeah. And this is, you can argue this, but being a DP is basically like being a director of a film. It's a marriage. It's like, so you're basically saying he married himself. He won both these awards. They should have spread it out. They should have spread out the wins. It wasn't that fun to see Bohemian Rhapsody take a lot of these. Stop it. Bohemian Rhapsody take a lot of these awards, and Alfonso Cuarón taking a lot of these awards.
The one that boggles my mind about Bohemian's wins is editing.
Oh, best editing, yeah.
That blew my brain. I'm like, how
Because
did
people were guessing Vice.
I was gonna probably give it to Vice, but like I looked at, there's a scene that's kind of floating around Twitter right now from Bohemian Rhapsody, and it's just a scene where it's like the band is like kind of like pitching their band to a manager, and it's this one of the worst edited scenes in a major motion picture I've ever seen, and it's just headache inducing, and I know it's not entirely editor John Ottman's fault.
Yeah.
I know that two of the producers of Bohemian Rhapsody are the two living members of the band that are producers of the film, and the biggest notice of the scene is just a lot of coverage of them.
And this is the guy who does edits all the X-Men films too. This
He
is Bryan Singer's guy.
the Bryan Singer's guy is good on a couple of things, but this was not one of them. And I definitely was kind of just sort of boggled, like, you won for this movie? Of all the movies, this is the one you won?
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, again, and then my second worst moment was, again, Green Book winning Best Picture. I already went for that.
I'm with you on that.
And then my third one, Bohemian Rhapsody taking home more awards than it deserved. It should only have won for Best Actor.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
That's it. Point blank. I can't even tell you how many awards they won. Best editing,
Sound
best
editing.
actor, sound editing, sound mixing.
Sound mixing. I might even give it the mixing of the sound, but the editing is the one. Like, how did the editing get in there? How did you win editing? That
People don't understand the difference between the two, so they pick the same movie. I'm not sure. We'll have to look back at the facts, but that might happen to a lot of movies where they win for both. Oh man. Well, let's cut to the red carpet. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No.
No, I was gonna cut to the red carpet. So if you have something to wrap up the main ceremony, some last thoughts.
Oscars are just gonna be the Oscars. Go to the red carpet.
We're cutting to the red carpet here, with our best dress.
Right here, the red carpet.
This is usually not my favorite part of the night because it's not really that impressive, but there were some outfits that really impressed me.
Okay.
So the best dressed female had to go to Jennifer Lopez and Regina King.
Let me see that. Oh yeah.
Two ends of the spectrum here. Jennifer Lopez was shining like the glorious, non-aging vampire that she is. I love her. Good-looking couple right there. And then Regina King, she knew she was going to win the Oscar. Some of her did look good, but she went to the after party. She didn't go to the Oscars. But yeah, no, that's a good one.
That's a good
Regina King is very simple dress, but it's a great silhouette for her figure. And the white it's a nice contrast with her skin tone as well. So that was a great dress for her to win in.
And she's developed like those Angela Bassett arms. Look at that.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, look at that fit arms. So girls, if you feel like insecure about your arms, like you gotta look at people like Regina King and Scarlett Johansson, even Jennifer Lopez, she's like fit as hell too. And they're like 5'3". Cause I know I used to be insecure about my muscular arms until I saw like Scarlett Johansson. I was like, you know what, I look good, I'm fine. Our best dressed male for me had to go to Mr. Billy Porter and Spike Lee.
Yes.
Look at that. You usually see the women always gender bending their outfits and wearing the tuxes.
Yeah.
But now you got Billy Porter here. There was a throwback to one of his mentors back in the 80s who did something similar, and I think that was just a bold choice because he was one of the announcers for the Oscars red carpet.
Yeah.
And when I saw Spike Lee's outfit, I was like, he better win because I want to see him to accept an Oscar in that outfit.
That
great.
That is color coordinated to the T. And I remember when I saw Billy Porter, like I didn't watch the opening, Sarah. I didn't watch the red carpet stuff. I'm like, nah, I'm good. But I saw someone post it on like social media, and my Instagram was like, damn, respect. That is awesome.
Because you find like very, very little to gawk at there. Did you have any best dress?
No, I'm kind of. I'm giving it to you. I'm feeling these. These are great.
Okay, so worst dressed female, and Justin was asking you about this.
What do you got?
Who would have been the Oscar winner? Glenn Close. I'm sorry to do this to you, babe. I love you. And then Yalitza Aparicio. Yalitza's outfit looks like one of those prom dresses that I dug through the clearance rack 2 days before prom. Could she not stop it? Could she not find and I'm gonna blame this on the fact that the designer didn't reach out to her because she wasn't going to win an Oscar. And obviously, these people get dresses for free if they're gonna be a mainstay on the red carpet or if they're gonna win an Oscar. And obviously, this sounds so bad, but she bought this herself. I don't want to.
Is that what she said?
No,
No, you
but
feel like it
I
feels
feel
that
like that's
wow.
what happened. That's fine because I bought a cheap ass prom dress too because I was like, I'm fucking wearing this for 4 hours. I'm not spending so much money on it.
It's because I've seen the actress from Roma in like other photo shoots where they like decked her out. She looked amazing. And yeah, even here I'm like,
yeah, look at that.
that's
It
fun,
looks so budget. And then Glenn Close, she dressed like an Oscar, as everyone's saying. I think the train was way too long. I guess it looks like a little cape. Can you pull that back up? I guess it looks like a little bit of a cape. And it's too matronly. It's like, even without the cape, it looks like you're going to your daughter's wedding. I don't like it. It's not a good color for her skin tone either.
well, at least she's not wearing like a mask like CeeLo Green that one year. Do you remember that?
Oh my God,
I got
yes.
nightmares on that one.
You're driving downtown with the girl I love. And I'm like, okay, I'm done.
CeeLo Green looking like an old Doctor Who villain from the 70s. But that was then. So, what else you got?
I got, for my last one, worst dressed male is going to, if Beale Street could talk, I'm removing Pharrell from this because I made a mistake. Worst dressed male is going to, on the right, Stephen James. What is this? And I like velvet on men, but that is not, thank you. That is not a good color. It's very cheap. It looks like one of those costumes they tested out for Dumb and Dumber that didn't make the cut.
Right. And he had a hat to go with it.
Yeah, it's just like velvet all over does not work. I'm so sorry. I wish we had a full picture there, but don't do velvet on the bottom, velvet on the top. If that was a dark burgundy velvet jacket, because Chris Evans wore a navy blue velvet, I think it was, and that looks really good on him. But if Stephen James would have did like a deep burgundy velvet jacket only and black pants, that would have been a winner. But this was not it, baby. This was not it. I'm so sorry. Oh man. So that's it. I think that's it for our Oscar coverage.
That's it. And that's it for the award season. We are done.
Yes, we're done with the award season. Until September, we'll be back. Well, we're going to still be here with the show, but we'll be back with our award season coverage in September. I'm going to miss it. I love talking about this shit.
And it's going to be interesting.
MTV Movie Awards.
MTV Movie Awards.
We'll talk about it again.
God. Last year that was relevant was like 1999.
All right. So,
what is this mystery?
Mystery game.
What is this? We don't even know what this is.
We do not know what this is. We just got producer Jezra going like, hey, I got a game for you. It's a mystery. And we're like, sure. And now I'm wondering if that was a mistake.
Now there's like whispers in the back.
What is going on?
Pete's coming over here.
What's happening?
I'm scared. There's like headphones being thrown at us.
Okay.
Cards? He takes these cards.
So there's cards all face down. You guys are going to take turns pulling one card.
Yeah.
The person that pulls the card is going to... We're playing the Whisper Challenge game.
Okay.
So, who wants to go first?
In terms of what? Reading or putting the headphones on?
Reading. Who wants to read?
Why don't you read?
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll read first.
So, go ahead, Justin. Place the headphones on. There is a button on there. As soon as you get it comfortably on, you press it. All right?
Donnie says, speaking of award shows, 3 more weeks till the Nickelodeon Kid Choice Awards. No, award season's over here.
Firmly placed. All right. Comfortable. Whenever you're ready.
Are you hearing things? Because it says hearing things.
Where's the button here?
There it is. Can you hear me? Oh, okay. A little bit? All right, I'll speak like this. Oh my God, I'm going to laugh. Okay. Oh, my face hurts. Should I show the camera?
No.
Okay, because then Justin's going to see. Well, how would they know?
Because you're going to be saying it.
Oh.
Why is this just saying it?
Oh, I have to verbally say.
One more time.
The Fast and the Furious. The Fast and the Furious.
Okay.
I thought you were going to laugh too much.
There's a timer on it.
Oh, there is? How many doors have to go?
Did you guess?
Yeah.
No, I'll guess it. Oh, hold on, I'll guess. The Fast and the Furious?
Yes.
All right.
Bang, bang, 1 point for Justin.
You get the cord. You get the cord, honey.
All right.
Pass the
So,
headphones.
what's that?
First to 3. Pass the headphones.
Okay. All right, here you go. I don't know what I'm hearing in there, but that sounds like a horror movie.
Wait till it stops blinking, and then we'll start the... No, it's going to stop.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so we have press again? Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay. All right. Indiana Jones.
What?
Let's do it again. Indiana Jones.
And you don't.
Okay. Indiana Jones.
Candyman.
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones.
There it is.
Wait till the light comes up.
Okay.
Oh my
Can you
god.
hear anything?
Huh?
Can you hear him?
No.
I'm gonna hold it like this though, because if I look down, I'm gonna see your.
Oh my god. Wait, is it
It's still on.
still on? Yeah.
It'll turn off.
Okay. Do. So, okay. All right.
Okay,
I'm
you
here.
place it on as soon as it stops talking and press it on.
I'm so messy.
I'm hearing a weird. There's a beat going on. All right.
Okay. Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction.
Morpheus.
Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction.
Porpheus.
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction.
Yes.
All right.
Orange juice. Orange juice book.
Okay.
How many was that?
Two.
2 for me and 1. All right. Doop, 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 doop.
I feel like there should be a way you turn this off.
Shut
up.
Hold on.
All right.
Hold on.
Feel the beat. Feel the rhythm. Feel the rhyme. It's bobsled time. There we go. Cool running. You ready?
All right.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Wizard of Oz.
Winter high five.
Wizard of Oz.
Winter at 5.
It's not a movie. What movie is this?
Wizard of Oz.
Wizard is high.
Well, you're close.
Come on.
Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Heights.
Wizard of Oz.
Something of Oz. Oh, Wizard of Oz.
There it is. You're like, you're making up titles. I'm like, you were so close.
What is Winter of High? Why is Jezzer all frustrated?
Oh my god.
Why is Jezzer upset? Jezzer's upset! He's mad at us!
Still on.
Wait, so I got 2. Alright.
All right.
Here is the... Okay, I'm gonna get you on this. I'm gonna pick one. Okay, I'm gonna use this one. Are you going? Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
I have no idea what you just said. Okay.
Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
Terminator 2 Judgment Day?
Terminator 2
What?
Judgment Day.
Damn.
I won this game last time when I played with Joe.
Oh my god.
That was fun. That was a fun one.
All right.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Huh?
We did.
That was 3.
That was
Justin
3.
won.
Yeah.
Best of 3. Thank you so much for that mystery game producer, Jezzer. And that's going to do it for us tonight at Box Office Showdown. Man, I had an idea for next week and I forgot about it. But anyway, we'll be back next Saturday at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, midnight Eastern Standard Time, with another episode of Box Office Showdown. If you guys are in the LA area, tomorrow night we are going to be doing a couple of Ranger shows and the Star Wars shows live from Scum and Villainy on Hollywood Boulevard. Come and celebrate with us. If you're not local, then we are going to be live on YouTube as usual. Justin, where can we find you next?
You can find me on Instagram at Justin Quiz.
Justin Quiz.
I think this Chardonnay is finally kicking in. And
we drank a lot of
we
it.
did. Twitter at Justin Keyson. And my next episode of my remake show, Nothing New, will be on Alita Battle Angel. And we'll be talking about that in the original OVA.
Okay.
Where can we find you?
You guys can find me on Twitter at Miggy Spicy, on Twitch at Miggy Spicy. I'll be streaming tomorrow before I go to Scum and Villainy. And you can find me on Instagram at The Real Miggy Spicy. That is my public Instagram, which you guys can just automatically follow me there. And I would love for you to. And you'll find me here next week for another box office showdown. And again, we thank you very much. Very much?
Very much.
We thank you very much for staying up with us on this Saturday night. You could be doing anything else this Saturday night, but you're here with us, and we love you for it. Thank you. Mikey.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to us here on that hashtag show.
That's not time for that yet.
Now what? What now? What now?
I'm gonna take everyone in the chat. Donnie.
Oh yeah. Go for it.
Donnie, thank you. Layla, I know you usually don't stay up this late. Thank you so much. Layla, Red Blue Blur, hashtag HughLife, Anthony, thank
Mikey
you so
Perez.
much. Mikey Perez, Shay, thank you. DDT Cosplay, who was here last week and who created that statue.
Beautiful.
Thank you so much. And Keith, Matthew Thompson, all of you guys, Toku Kid. And thank you for the super chats, Red Blue Blur. Thank you so much. And we bid you adieu. Go ahead, Justin. Now you hit us with the tagline.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to us, and then here on that hashtag show. Stay up to date with us. We hear it, everything. Oh, no.
To keep up to date with everything trending.
In geek pop culture. Thank you.